Welcome to the Mind Shelf. Are you ready to tap into the power within you? Today, we bring you inspirational quotes to ignite your inner strength. Discover profound words of wisdom designed to awaken your resilience, fuel your courage, and empower you to overcome any challenge. Let's unleash your true potential. 1. Hope is like the sun, which, as we journey toward it, casts the shadow of our burden behind us. This quote reminds us that optimism, like the sun, alleviates our struggles by keeping our focus forward. As we pursue hope, the difficulties we face are relegated to the past, diminishing their power. 2. Don't think small and expect to have a big life. Here's what that really means. Your aspirations and mindset directly influence the scope of your life. To achieve significant accomplishments, you must cultivate ambitious thoughts and grand visions. 3. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. This quote reminds us that when people reveal their true character, especially through their actions, accept their authenticity without needing repeated demonstrations. Trust initial impressions based on behavior. 4. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Here's what that really means. Embrace your circumstances and cherish the relationships life brings you, committing wholeheartedly to both. Find peace and acceptance, and love those in your journey. 5. Beauty isn't about having a pretty face. It's about having a pretty mind, a pretty heart, and a pretty soul. This quote reminds us that true beauty transcends superficial appearance and resides in one's inner qualities, intellect, compassion, and spiritual essence. Inner virtue defines genuine attractiveness. 6. There is only one success: to be able to spend your life in your own way. Here's what that really means. Ultimate success lies in living authentically and autonomously, according to your own values and desires, rather than conforming to external expectations. Self-determination is true achievement. 7. I still find each day too short for all the thoughts I want to think, all the walks I want to take, all the books I want to read, and all the friends I want to see. This quote reminds us that a life filled with intellectual curiosity, active pursuits, continuous learning, and meaningful relationships offers endless engagement, making every day feel too brief. 8. The inherent vice of capitalism is the unequal sharing of blessings. The inherent virtue of socialism is the equal sharing of miseries. Here's what that really means. Capitalism naturally leads to disparities in wealth and opportunity, while socialism, in its pursuit of equality, often results in shared hardship rather than widespread prosperity. It contrasts perceived fundamental flaws and merits of both systems. 9. Life is a journey, not a destination. There are no mistakes, just chances we've taken. This quote reminds us that life should be viewed as an ongoing process of experience and growth, not merely a pursuit of an endpoint. Every outcome, even perceived failures, is simply a result of taking a risk. 10. The best ideas are the honest ones born out of personal experience, ones that originated to help a few but ended up helping many. Here's what that really means. The most impactful ideas are those that stem from genuine personal insights, are authentic in their intent, and grow organically from addressing specific needs to benefiting a wider audience. 11. Dealing with backstabbers, there was one thing I learned. They're only powerful when you got your back turned. This quote reminds us that those who act treacherously are only dangerous when you are unaware or vulnerable. Vigilance and direct confrontation disempower them. 12. You cannot find it anywhere because it is located inside you. Happiness is your natural state. Here's what that really means. True contentment is an internal condition, inherent to your being, and not dependent on external circumstances or possessions. Seek joy within yourself. 13. The person who sends out positive thoughts activates the world around him positively and draws back to himself positive results. This quote reminds us that maintaining a positive mindset attracts positive outcomes. Your internal state influences your external reality through a ripple effect. 14. Life is 10% what happens to me and 90% of how I react to it. Here's what that really means. Your experiences and ultimate fate are overwhelmingly determined by your personal response to events, rather than the events themselves. Your attitude and reactions are paramount. 15. Don't get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. This quote reminds us that don't allow the demands of work and financial pursuits to overshadow the importance of experiencing life's richness, building relationships, and finding personal fulfillment. Prioritize living over just working. 16. If I had an hour to solve a problem, I'd spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about solutions. Here's what that really means. Thoroughly understanding and defining a problem is the most crucial step in finding an effective solution, significantly streamlining the resolution process. 17. Nothing relieves and ventilates the mind like a resolution. This quote reminds us that making a firm decision or commitment brings immense mental clarity and alleviates anxiety. Resolving uncertainty frees the mind. 18. What do we live for, if not to make life less difficult for each other? Here's what that really means. The fundamental purpose of human existence is to alleviate the burdens and challenges faced by others, contributing to collective well-being. 19. If your plan isn't working, adjust your plan. Never give up. This quote reminds us that when facing obstacles, adapt your strategy rather than abandoning your goal. Persistence and flexibility are key to overcoming challenges. 20. No matter what happens, it is within my power to turn it to my advantage. Here's what that really means. Regardless of external circumstances, you possess the agency and mindset to interpret events constructively and leverage them for your benefit. You control your response. 21. You can be discouraged by failure, or you can learn from it. So go ahead and make mistakes. Make all you can. Because, remember, that's where you'll find success, on the far side of failure. This quote reminds us that failure is a vital learning tool, not a deterrent. Embrace making mistakes as a necessary part of the process, as true success often emerges after navigating through them. 22. Be bold, and mighty forces will come to your aid. Here's what that really means. Taking courageous and decisive action often attracts unforeseen support and resources to help you achieve your goals. Boldness can activate powerful external assistance. 23. When we are upset, it's easy to blame others. However, the true cause of our feelings is within us. For example, imagine yourself as a glass of water. Now, imagine past negative experiences as sediment at the bottom of your glass. Next, think of others as spoons. When one stirs, this sediment clouds your water. It may appear that the spoon caused the water to cloud, but if there were no sediment, the water would remain clear no matter what. The key then is to identify our sediment and actively work to remove it. This quote reminds us that our emotional reactions to others are often rooted in our own unresolved internal issues. Instead of blaming external factors, we should address the underlying sediment of past negative experiences within ourselves to achieve clarity and peace. 24. Success breeds confidence. Here's what that really means. Achieving positive results naturally builds self-assurance and belief in one's own capabilities. Accomplishments reinforce confidence. 25. Love does not consist in gazing at each other, but in looking outward together in the same direction. This quote reminds us that true love is characterized by a shared vision and common purpose, where partners unite to pursue common goals, rather than merely focusing inward on each other. It's about shared direction, not just mutual admiration. As we conclude this collection of powerful inspiration, remember that your inner strength is an endless wellspring, always ready to be drawn upon. Let these quotes serve as a constant reminder of your incredible capacity to endure, adapt, and thrive. If these words ignited your spirit, please like this video, share it with someone who needs a reminder of their power, and subscribe to the Mind Shelf for more soul-nourishing content. Keep shining from within.